What up, cousins? So I've been listening to all day on my FYP has been how Chris Brown woke up this morning, or whenever he decided to wake up and create this whole diabolical song, and chose violence. He chose violence. If I was Quavo, I would go ahead and go to sleep. Go ahead and call it a wrap. I would say beg for mercy, but in the beginning of Chris Brown's song, looked like he already did that. So, but I want to talk about speaking of choosing violence. Y'all, I remember when I was in college at the illustrious North Carolina Central University. 1800 Fairview Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27707. I was there, y'all, and these 6 big blocks, they decided to choose violence and try to come to my dorm to try to jump me over something that was owed to me. So let me start from the beginning. So like I said, I went to Central, which is in Durham. I'm from a small city on the eastern side of North Carolina called Tarboro, North Carolina, and this area code is 252. I say that because it's a bunch of small cities in the area code, but pretty much those people from the area code know about the other cities in that area code, so, or know of a city next to it or whatever, right? And it's like being from a smaller city in a bigger city such as Durham, on campus we tend to connect with those who have the area code or whatever, right? So this particular girl, about a good clean 400 pounds, she was from a place called Little Washington. So I'm like, okay, I know about Little Washington. My auntie's from there. I go there. I used to go there as a kid to a man-made beach called Griffin Beach, and with my grandma and everybody. So anyway, I knew about that city. Needless to say, being from the 252, I'm like, okay, what up, girl? What up, cool, whatever, 252 crew, blah blah blah. So, needless to say, I see her on campus, and eventually we took a class together, maybe my sophomore or junior year, which was a one day a week class, but it was in the evening from like 6 to 9 or 6 to 11. It was really late in the evening though. But anyway, while we was in class together, we really didn't talk like that, but we, we speak, respect, whatever. So tell me why I met a guy. The guy came to visit me from that hometown, and when he came to visit me, we went to the mall. And back in my day when I was in school, there was this author called named Zane. So she had a bunch of novels, and if you know, you know. So she had a new novel out, or a new book out, and I wanted to read it. He purchased it. I'm in class reading it. I had just started reading it, maybe 2 or 3 pages into the the first chapter or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, can I read your book?" She like, it take me no time to read it. I have it back by next class. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll let you read a book or whatever. So I get rid of the book because I felt like I didn't feel a bad negative energy or whatever. And besides, we have class the next week, or I see her on campus, so I'm gonna get my book back. So the next week comes, she's not in class. The next week comes, she's not in class. By this time, class is about to end, and it's time for finals. She apparently withdrew the class. I never seen her. So between her and I coming to class and finals, I would see her on campus or whatever, and she would initiate the conversation by saying, "Oh, I have not forgotten your book. I'm gonna give you your book or whatever. I got you or whatever. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna get it for you." I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking she gonna get it because she's acknowledging that she owes it. Then eventually she stops saying stuff, and she stops avoiding me, or starts trying to avoid me. So I started to say stuff like, okay, well, did you get my book? You got my book? Don't forget about it. Where's your dorm room? I'll meet you to go get your book. Go get the book or whatever. She was like, oh, I'm gonna get it, blah blah blah. So by this time she decides that she wants to make a Facebook page on a Facebook post talking about this girl. Say I owe her a book. The book went with $15, and she pressed me about a book. Blah blah blah. So she's talking about me. So excuse me. So she's posting it. Her friends co-signing it. somebody said I got socks that cost way more than $15 and all kind of mess. So I decide to inbox her, because I don't do that, even to this day. I don't do that Facebook stuff. I don't do the social media stuff. I ain't trying to entertain nobody. So here's my dorm room number. Here's the building I'm in. Here's my dorm room number. Here's my phone number. Whenever you want to see me, come see me, because I don't do the extra talking when it comes to nothing. Because at this point, it ain't even about how much the book costs. It's about the principle. If you owe me something, if it was only $15, you could have took yourself to Barnes & Noble and got you a book. And so, right around this time, I want to say, right around this time, her friend, she had a friend, homegirl, who had passed away in a car accident. Now, granted, what I'm about to say, trigger warning, maybe, maybe not. And I'm not proud of it as of right now, but back then, I did not care. So, her friend passed away, and they still talking junk about this book or whatever. And so, I then decided to do what? Go on the post and tell her and all her friends, if y'all keep trying to be funny, y'all gonna be dead like y'all friend. Granted, I said what I said, it was said. At the age of my late teens, early 20s, I cared nothing about that. Now, y'all thought I had no filter, have no filter now, cousins. I had not a filter wasn't in the room when I was back in the day in college or high school or whatever. Mouth too slick. So, I guess it got silent. It really did. I guess it was calling it a plotting at this point. So by this time, of course, it's time for finals, and we actually doing our finals, and I'm studying or whatever. So me and my homegirl Kia, she was my next door neighbor in the dorm room. I mean, in the on-campus apartments. So she like, let's go to such and such room to study for our midterms. So I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna go. Y'all, we're on the 5th floor. Our homegirls or our classmates lived on the 3rd floor. So, of the same exact building. So we on the elevator. We wait on the elevator. Elevator taking forever. For so long, for some reason, the elevator is taking forever. When I say forever, it's taking forever and a day to come. So we was like, you know what? Let's just take the stairs. So we take the stairs and we go do our study and everything, and then finish our study and we say, okay, let's try this elevator again. Again, the elevator is taking forever. So we're like, you know what? Let's just go let's take the stairs again. So when I get to the stairs, get to my room, I'm like, I look at the TV on entertainment set. I'm like, that's not booked. She been there. So that's like, girl, not only her, but another girl big and like her, and 4 more girls came from out the corner big like them. I was like, oh, they was gonna try to drop me. Oh my God. So, now, yeah, so I was like, oh, where they at? So I tried to run down the stairs, try to figure out if I could see them, because they was on the elevator when we was trying to catch the elevator or whatever. So it's like we missed each other both times. And so, and they would tell me what happened. So my roommate at the time, she was like, they was causing all kind of noise, and she didn't answer the door, because I told you, we was from the same area code, me and my roommate. So when we all met each other, she knew who the girl was anyway, just through passing. She didn't ask for you though. Another girl asked for you. The girl who was with her asked for you, was like, is Shanika here? And she was like, she's in there saying my name, like, no, Shauna ain't here. So as they being loud, we stay across the hallway from some football players. And so they come out. This is what my roommate tells me. They come out and they're like, what's going on? And the girls is like, I think she in there hiding. We looking for Shanika. And one of the dudes was like, let me tell you something. If Shanika was in that room, please believe she would not be hiding. So she ain't in there. And so then by this time, another girl who was in our dorm room, one of my roommate's cousin's friends, she was getting irritated. She ended up grabbing something out the kitchen, they say, and kind of threatened them to leave, and they left. Needless to say, I went home that weekend. And mind you, like I said, they pushing 400 pounds now. Now, this time, I hadn't lost a freshman 15 and hadn't gained it back yet. So I was still kind of sort of small or whatever. And I ain't say small, but I was way smaller than them. So by this in college, well, in Central, I had joined a organization where I had a bag to go over your shoulder. It was kind of big. So when I went home, I told my grandma, I said, listen, these big girls trying to jump me, and I'm finna get a butcher knife out your kitchen. So if something go down, just know that what's going on. She was like, girl, you finna go to jail, and is, because they not finna put their hands on me. They're not finna beat me, not without getting poked first. So needless to say, I see them on campus, and I have it in my bag or whatever. And they really wouldn't do much. It wasn't until Tau Beta Sigma had a probate, and we was all, it's like by the bowling alley and the student union, so we was right in the little middle area. And I seen her and a group of girls, a group of people, and she started taking her shoes off, whatever. Meanwhile, I ain't taking my shoes off. I need all the grip I can get. So my homegirl kid, she like, listen, either we gonna do this now or we ain't. So I'm riding with you. That's my homegirl to this day. She's, I'm riding with you. So so again, it's me, my roommates, and Kia, and I can't remember who else was with me, but one of her little mentors or whatever, the girl that was with them, she appeared to be a little older than us. So she was there. She came over to where I was, or where my group was, and she was like, I understand y'all have a misunderstanding or whatever. I'm like, well, she owed me my book. She gave me my book. Everything is fine now. I'm good. She like, well, no, you did say some things about, her friend who passed away in the car accident. I said, well, yeah, it was as a reaction. It was in response to how her and her friends was acting or whatever. And she like, well, have you ever had anybody to die or whatever in your family? I'm like, what? Yeah. I said, well, honestly, just recently, I had a homeboy who I grew up with pass away, get killed in my yard on my birthday. So yeah, I know how it feels. I know the pains of all that. It didn't take away from the fact that they was running their mouth, not knowing what I had going on. And so she like, well, then my roommate, she felt like it was not going where it needed to go. So she was like, well, Shanika said some things she wasn't supposed to say. You did some things you weren't supposed to do. So, I mean, we can just call it what it is. I said, it is what it is to me. So, but it ended pretty much like, at this point, I ended up graduating. She was behind me some years, but I didn't see her no more after my senior year. I didn't see her no more. I didn't see her or anybody. I don't even remember I don't know who the other girls were. I never seen them at all. But that was it. Like, homegirl got her little crew together, got the big block Berthas, and they were finna do me in. It's like, but yeah, so yeah, this just reminds Chris Brown choosing to be dark skinned in his song. Well, he always been dark skinned to me. Choosing to be dark skinned reminded me of the time where these girls chose to try to jump me and catch me off guard. Before I end. At the time, the girl was like, when we was all talking, and the girl was like, well, in regards to the girl I talked about that had passed away, she was like, well, the girl who passed away, brother was looking for you. I said, oh, no. I said, first of all, I got brothers too. Second of all, don't act like I was hiding, because y'all had my address the whole time. She came to it. So the way, just like she had my address, she could have gave him my address, because what was he going to do to me other than get beat down? I don't care nothing about none of that. Period. That's just how I always been. I don't care nothing about none of that. But yeah, she was just collateral damage, I guess. Guilty by association, how you want to call it, RIP. I really do. I did apologize for it or whatever, and I did not mean it then. But I mean it now. I'm grown. I have grown. I'm evolved. But yeah, my mouth was slick. She was gonna be slid across the hallway. But yeah. Alright, cousins, y'all tell me about a time where somebody in y'all life or y'all decided to choose violence. And as always, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell button to get all notifications. I got a whole bunch of story times down there. Chris Brown he done lit a fire up under me. I got so many stories, y'all. It ain't even funny, honey. But yeah, so again, don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Alright, cousins.